Howdy y'all and welcome back. Boy, Elo Chess, we are doing another rating climb, but the thing is that this is going to be from someone that is an 1800 rated player, 1800. And the reason I'm doing this is so we could kind of take a look at rating inflation since I started, so when I was like 380. And also, when you watch people like Levy or whoever, there's always these one or two moves that even I wouldn't find. So when he does his rating climbs and whatever, Alex Panzea, who I love, but they find moves that I would never find. So how am I not that how am I supposed to learn? But it does make it more difficult for me to follow along because there's these really key moves, and I just never would have found that. So crazy. So hopefully I'm close enough to your rating range where you can follow along and understand my thoughts, and maybe it'll make more sense to you. Hopefully I can explain my idea as well. So we're just getting two pawns in the center. He's getting his queen out. He's playing weird chess. I'm wondering if he's trying to go for this and try and open things up. I'm guessing that's his idea. I think what I'm going to do actually is just put three pawns in the center of the board. So we're not going to look at this as a system or anything like that. Exactly. He goes for this, trying to open this up and then have this discover check on me. The way that I thought of that is just purely he put his queen here, so he's trying to just make an attack right down the center of the board. There's not really much to consider. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna develop and then after he captures, I recapture. So I'm just gonna have these two stupid looking pawns with no friend in the center. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna push the pawn. Whether this is the best or not, this is how I'm gonna play it. I'm gaining space. I'm getting ready to develop, and we're going to move on from there. So my idea now is I'm going to play this move here. I'm guessing in pushing this pawn. I'm wondering if there was some kind of check. Probably could have just blocked, but in any case, he's still trying to go for his idea, which is now not going to work at all because I'm going to capture one of these two directions. And I think if he captures, I'm wondering if the engine liked this more since I'm intending on castling this way. However, I'm afraid that if I capture this way, this pawn's gonna start running down the board. I have always come to find that I recapture the wrong way that the engine would want me to in situations like this, but at least I have some logic. Okay, so he just decides to shut it down. So I can't imagine that this is going to be very good for my opponent. I just can't imagine it. And the reason being is that if we're castled, we're going to have this pawn push here. So I'm constantly looking for pawn breaks. So I'm going to put my bishop on a particular square. There's no reason to put it here. Super passive. His bishop can't come out to attack this knight. So no reason to go there. I'm thinking about playing this move. It doesn't really matter. I'm really just trying to get castled, and then playing this, so my bishop will probably end up here anyway. So I don't know how much it matters. Obviously, I can't go here. He would take. I can't go here. He would take. And if I play this check, I feel like I'm just helping him in some way. So this move, in my opinion, makes the most sense. His idea might be to go g5. Try and open this up and come attack on this side of the board. Right, so I'm just going to go ahead and castle immediately. I think that makes a lot of sense. My pawns in the center of the board are nice and guarded, protected. And after I get this pawn out, now I'm going to have these knights behind these pawns, which I don't think this is the correct move. We're going to go ahead and play c4 now. We're going to just continue on with our plan. We're looking for a pawn break. This is something that I had a lot of trouble figuring out. I was a bit lesser rated. Let's see. So now here's what's going through my mind. If I capture, he's probably going to take this way. If he does, I'm going to have some opportunities to attack his king here. So maybe it's better to develop, but I don't know if I want to allow c5 myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take. This is what I would do in a normal game. And the point is that I want to start attacking him right away. Wow. Okay, so he pushes the pawn. We have so many options here that I really am not even sure what the... I think we should play this immediately. Because he's forced to block. Maybe we go here. The other idea is this. You know what? Let me make an amendment. I'm going to play this. Because if the queen goes here, then we're about to go to Spaghetti-O Town here, I think, momentarily. Because I'm going to have this move and then this move. So we're always trying to get our opponent to go to Spaghetti-O Town. It's a good place to be. Okay, now the knight is pinned. This bishop's having a bit of a hard time getting out. We can always play this move. I'm wondering if I should have played that first, actually. Yeah, I probably should have played that first. What are you going to do? You live and you learn, I guess. Well, I'm just going to play simple moves. I'm just going to take. And then I'm going to play this move here. I'm looking to play this move next. And if he goes here, well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to drop back. Another funny thing is when I go back and rewatch these videos, I like see all these things that I missed. I'm like, oh, I'm such an idiot. That or the comments just let me know how stupid I am. Now, if he plays this, I could just go back. This guy's playing quite well for 396. I mean, he's kind of done a nice job getting out of this mess that. So now, actually, I think I just gave him this, which is kind of crazy. But I do have a check. I mean, it's really not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world. Wow. That's bizarre. I don't know why he would sack. But I'm just going to go ahead and take because I don't want him to ever be able to castle. So I'm going to just check him so he can't castle. Yeah. Yeah, now we're about to see Spaghetti-O Town engage. So if I play this, he has this. I'm trying to navigate my way through. I guess I could play this move. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to play this move. Because if he tries to attack and now put two pieces, I'm going to have this fork. Yeah, so this is kind of like this interesting like middle game, like where you have to start like thinking like a little deeper, like what if, then what if. So his most aggressive move is putting extra pressure here, in which case I could have moved the rook. There's a couple things I could have done. But this is kind of the critical part of the game where I'm gonna play this move and gonna be followed by this. So what's probably gonna happen is we're probably gonna win a queen. I think my mouth moved faster than my brain. I was suggesting that I was gonna have a fork, but really what I'm suggesting is I'm gonna win this. How do we win the queen? I guess we could start with this. I guess we could. You know what else we could do? There's a lot of stuff we could. There's like about 1 billion things we could do. I'm gonna take. He takes. I take. Also, his rook's hanging in the end too. And if he decides to take my rook, well, then I just take. I feel like I went wrong a couple times here. There's probably a cleaner way to do this, but then again, like I said, this is watching like barely 1800 explain my ideas. So it's like it's not going to be perfect. Like you're not watching Magnus by any stretch of the imagination or Hikaru. Like you're watching me. So takes. Where's the king go? maybe here. Okay, so this is kind of my point. So now I'm gonna check him again, and then I'm gonna win his rook. The rook is guarded a plethora of times, and then it's just simple. Really curious where I went wrong. I mean, I definitely went wrong. Probably missed like a simple tactic that I'll probably get joked on for in the comments. Okay, so he's continuing to play on. Crazy. Take the bishop too. We're just taking everything. And then I'll probably go check and win this pawn next. And so when you're trying to like go to the end of the road down here, well, he definitely shouldn't be trading down material. I think I'm just gonna give him a check. Doesn't have many. Wait a minute. I'll just give him a check. I thought maybe there was some mate, but he escape here. Now maybe he'll go here, and then I'll eat this. That'll be the end of the road. If he takes this one first. If he takes this one first, it's gonna be pawn take. That makes sense. So like we don't want takes and takes, because then he could take this one. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. It's over. But props to this guy for fighting on. Okay. What do I want to do? I guess I'll go here. Defended by the knight. What's funny is if this knight wasn't here, I would just be getting mated itself. Kind of funny. But now we're gonna go here. And he's gonna take, I'm gonna take, and then we're gonna find mate quick. Takes. Rook takes. We're gonna go check and find a nice little checkmate. Somewhere along the way. This isn't mate right away because go back. Okay. Let's take this one just so that we have our mate ready. Essentially mate no matter what on the next. I don't know if there's anything really he can dodge it. If he goes here, I just go mate. Here, mate. No matter which way he goes, it's mate. Oh, he can't go here. That's a good try. Okay. I wonder how many misses I had. Probably had a couple misses. See what the almost decent check. What if I had like 5 misses? All right, 0 misses. I played 90.6. Wait, is something talking?
You give yourself dozens of.
Wait, I don't want him to talk. Okay. Yeah, this all seems best move. Good. Okay. So nothing detrimental. I thought maybe here I missed something, but doesn't look like I did. Yeah, and then we just played clean. Okay. Nice. Onward. So now that we're playing with black, I'm definitely going to be doing a system. I love the Caro Kann. I'm a huge Caro Kann fan. Because there's no like when you're new, you just get tricks and tricks and tricks, But like, you have to be a little more advanced to find tricks against the Caro. An Alien Gambit would have been kind of funny. Wow, even at the 400 rating range, they play the advanced. That's crazy. All right, so against the advanced, you could play this, which I see a lot of people play against me, but I prefer this. I prefer c5. If we get checked, we just block. That. So what we're gonna do, in my opinion, is we're just going to in the knight to the. There might be some weird move order here. Some life, this is actually better. But we're gonna go here. We're gonna stop any checks, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna scoop up this pawn. A really funny move that I think would throw me off is if you went e. E6 would kind of be a fascinating, but I highly doubt it. I think he's gonna go bishop b5. Oh, or that. Okay. Okay, so he's just defending the pawn. Nice. Now we're gonna attack this pawn, and he can't guard it. He can't guard it right away. Not that I can see. The queen was able to get out maybe. Like in the Caro, you have to be careful with this diagonal. Because there's times where like the knight can hop in. The knight can hop in, and then you just get all these pieces looking at your horse. And then your horse gets anxious. But today is not the day to have anxiety for me. Yeah. So we're just gonna take the pawn. We're just taking the pawn, because then he was threatening this. And we wouldn't be able to recapture because does that make sense? So like if we just played some like stupid move here, if we just played some stupid move here, he could play this and I wouldn't be able to recapture, right? Because the bishop is staring at the king through. That's why it's important to take the pawn now. In the Caro, whenever it's not the Tartakower, if you even know what that is, this is the only time you don't take. From my understanding, we're just gonna take. And now we have one more piece we need to develop, and then we have to castle. So what's like, how are we gonna do that? Like, what's the best way to do that? Like, where does my brain go? Well, my brain goes, we should go here. Obviously, we shouldn't go here because that's gonna be really ugly to castle with, right? Because we're gonna be missing a pawn. So I'm thinking that we go here. Obviously, we can't go here, though. All right. He's developed his knight. Maybe he's trying to make it go here. I don't really know. I'm just going to castle. We really don't want to give up our dark square bishop in the Caro. So if he does go here, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. But if we lose it, we lose it. I mean, what are you going to do? Maybe we could even play looking to win this pawn. Seems good enough. We also have this funny move. So we're attacking the queen and threatening a fork. Queen would have to come here. How to not play against the Caro 101. Castling long. Castling long never seems to be a good idea when you're playing against the. I could play this. There's no fork because I would have 3 pieces. Where? I think what I'm gonna do. I don't really like this pin. It gives them the opportunity to go here. So this is things you have to think about. This will make you get a little bit better. So let's just say that we leave the queen here. Like, I don't know, play rook b8. The knight can jump in. Oh, but you know what though? Takes. We could do that maybe. Maybe that's not a threat, because if the knight comes in, we could just take the knight. And if he takes our queen, we could take his queen. And then when he takes our rook, we take the rook back. But you know what, though? This isn't supposed to be super complicated. So I think what I'm going to do instead, I'm just going to play move like this. And my idea is going to be going here, here, and here, kicking the knight so we can win this pawn and then disrupt everything on the back rank. So if you see someone castle long like this against the Caro, get your queen over here and just start harassing his pieces away. Like, just politely ask them all to leave. I don't even care. Like, push your pawn. No one cares. No one cares. Probably a well-timed take. This looks good. Even though it gives him that square, though. Okay. Am I afraid of this? No. No, I'm not afraid of this. The reason I'm not afraid of this at all is because he's actually just helping me. So this move just helped me find a better square for my knight. It just helped me. So now I'm looking to take this. And then I just want to go here and take and take. Well, he'd be staring here. That just seems like a silly move. I can't imagine that move really does. I go here, it gives him this. So maybe I'm just going to try and play something. Could play this. I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here because I want to maybe go here, maybe try and win this pawn, maybe try and win this pawn. Whenever you could get a double attack, never really a bad idea. If I were him, I'd probably be trying to kick my knight. This is really who can play the game faster. And also in doing so, it allows me to push this pawn and try and capture it. But it would. I don't know. It was actually a pretty interesting game. I was saying during my live stream on TikTok, I was saying that they should make a size drink that's larger than large. So it goes small, medium, large, and then Magnus. This would be a Magnus drink. This is also possible to try and, well, not right away. If I were to go here. Wow. Wow. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good at all. It's gonna let me just take everything. This is the interesting thing is like this guy is playing really really well, but he's like trying too hard to try too hard, because then the king can just come back, and then we can just go here and kick the queen out. Like if we really need to. Like if he starts trying to kick our knight, well, we're just gonna kick your queen first. If he plays this, I'm probably gonna play this, and then we're probably gonna see this, and then I'm gonna play this, or I might even. Whoa, 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 whoa! Super aggressive. So yeah. This is how you stop this nonsense. I hated when people were super aggressive. I still hate it. But now you're just going to lose these points. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose all of it. The knight defense, for those wondering. Reason. This is garbage. This is just junk what he's doing. Maybe there's a better way I could be playing against it, but like this is just junk. I'm not afraid of your pawns. You're wasting time, and I probably won't take this because I don't want him to be able to pin my knight. Take this one now. I think I'm gonna go here first. No, you know what? Why is Discord? Oh, Webity's calling. I have to call him. In the middle of making a video. And then he's going to teach me how to play after because better than me. So let's play play this, or we tell no, Connor. I don't know if this is the best, but it's instigating this. We could take this pawn at any time. We could take this pawn at any time. This guy's fairly strong for 415. Not really many options. Dodge this. Not many options, but we have to think. 1, 2, 3. I mean, this could get, well, the point of what I'm trying to say is you have to start counting, like, how many moves until he can really start attacking me, and how many moves so I can really start attacking him. Well, in my case, it's 1. Okay. I have to be very careful I don't fall into this. Okay. I'm gonna play here. So if he goes here, I can take first. Maybe this is a slightly wrong, but it's what I'm going. Because here takes here. I mean, there's a lot of ideas. I probably should have taken first. Probably would have been much better. But in any case, this would. You have to keep remembering things. He has 2 rooks that could look at the queen really fast. Not moves that I'm thinking he would play because he's playing so well. Which would also be defended by the knight. However, the knight's pinned. Blah 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 blah. We're just gonna go ahead and take. Probably gonna go here. He's gonna get forked. Actually, he has no other choice but to go here. He has no other choice but to get forked. That's his only option. Can't go here because the queen. Can't go here because the queen. Can't go here because the queen. Only square available is here. And then everything falls apart. Oh, okay. Well, he got that. The only trouble with that is that this leads to checkmate. And that's it. That's all she wrote. So, with that being said, this guy just got brutalized. And I throw up another one in a couple days, I guess. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Talk to you guys later.